telling me what I want up in a streets. Me live me life and me not stress.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's yet another episode number 3 of What Happened to Spaza, man. Season 2, of course, it's your girl, Fundi Ntshwanti. Your lady friend on radio, but right now we are on your screens because we are podcasting go season 2. And I am chilling with one of my niggas, my friend, OG Nyana and I on the Spaza scene, but yeah, I think Singakfaga with OG.
Yeah, hell yeah. What you talking about, man? The fucker. I am here. Don't get me started.
Well, you would know him as Axo Backyard or Axo Uphambene, but we'll get into that in Google because his name changes all the time. Dude, welcome up at Jardin.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Say back to Axo Backyard. How weird is that?
It was weird for a long time. For instance, if that was a couple of months ago, it would have been weird. But Ntshwanti, that's cool.
It's okay. It's whatever. Do you still correct people?
Stuff, no, Marshall.
Oh, is it?
So
do you still correct people? But it's no longer Axo that it's Axo Uphambene.
Nah, I wouldn't. Because but I'm no longer part of the stable now. But the stable put me down in Kuya. So.
Okay, cool. So let's take it back before we get into things. Let's take it back to introduction Yako to Spaza. How did that happen? When did you start, and who were some of your influences?
Well, I started in 2006, and this one I understand was the Ochinyana. What you talking about? What you talking
so
about?
So full on OG.
Yeah. For instance, who's going to say it's an OG? It's an OG. Then I'm like, okay, unfit to get class. Okay, I wouldn't fit to class. Got dead.
Tacy the Maxilla.
Nah.
Yeah,
so you wouldn't call Fundi Mav an OG, no kid, or Pizzo. You wouldn't call them that.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you want to be an OG, you're an OG.
Okay. Because I consider myself as classy, but you know what I mean. So if you want to call them OG,
but
then
about ahead of you though.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely. I'm about Balile.
Exactly.
I wish I wouldn't fit like class.
Exactly. See, so OG Nyana.
Cool. You win.
Talk to me about how you were introduced to Spaza.
Yeah. So like, Joma Besteta just few minutes ago. TOP was the influence. Wow, way back 2006 in Sextapes. Bogelo Shizney's board. And then I saw this guy, Pag Shizney's rapper is close. At the time, I was rapping with Eminem at the time.
Yeah.
With Kwaito, Zola, Mapaputi, those
okay.
are my influences at the time. And then Bogelo top doing his thing with Shizney's then. It sparked something, man. Seeing someone that's doing this in my mother tongue, I was like, okay, let me try. And I wrote my first ever verse for 2006.
First ever verse in his class.
In Xhosa, yeah. Got 2006. Pilot, is it? I still remember it. You know, I can spit a couple of bars.
Go ahead, because we've been trying to get people to do that.
Okay, I see all the time. Then some closing and got Calaman's eyes. Gamalam, actually got the Baba said eyes every time. Baby phone teta now. Baby Vileba arms. La city ni sasina yon fate pansi allows thanks to me young cherry pie if you impress busy shuko Mr. Putin fating at a confessor. The dance floor was full of chicks is busy shy get down. Young at when I pick 6 chicks more young and down a Zulu chick caught my eye and the being and were young I didn't mind because I'm running down the eyes in their barber. I blinked once the content of the villain that compagale them tradition rams and we helm kelele. Yeah. Hey, I'm something like that. First ever verse.
Dude, you still remember your love verse?
No, I barely up because I was actually telling the whole student day since there was a 16 and then this other girl showed interest. The flyest one in the room. Yeah. Some I'm used to, but anyway.
Yeah,
so yeah, it's a Sarantis like things hit it off. So then Balisa Longa Labal, I was just trying, and then I kept rapping that for people and. But this is dope, dude. You should.
So your first performance was of that. What song was that? Why
I never recorded this song because I didn't know anything about recording at the time. I just knew I'm rapping now. When I record, so I used to acapella it for people.
Okay.
Until I acapellaed it for Argo. I met Argo
this
through.
This is still Ecofimvab when you are now here.
No, now I said Buile.
Okay.
I was acapellaing it for people. I'm like, yeah, I can rap. And then I met Argo through a family friend. Then he sightsee. Then he was like, "Why don't you like the reply up?" my was on the light. So not about no Argo, and then Argo was like rap. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm a little bit light, it's man rap, but I'll rap, you know. So they repair a left verse, and it was like, this is actually good. If nobody marsh, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then I
why do you keep sending me to people?
Yeah, I said no, I'm just recording and stuff like that. Quiz, and now quiz it will be easier for you. And then they will sell a number for a couple of months up until I decided, you know what, back in the year, I'm about to be. And then the rest was history from since then.
So have you ever performed up at Cape Town to any event or at the times I Zealand like Hindu is financing all in wise and all of that ciphers going around?
Yeah. I've paid my dues. You wouldn't perform like all in wise.
What color perform in?
My first ever performance is a Philip. Philip had a lot of 90s. Afamagama through the years, change. I think at the time, it Dabalo Siba. I think, or was it in Dabazamapal? Some along those lines, man.
Even I
but
don't
it was
know
at
that.
the park first.
Yeah.
It was at the park. It was at the park. Go.
At this point, have you seen anyone perform Spaza, and have you been introduced formally about Spaza? Do you even know about what to call umculo uretshwa ngeXhosa?
At the time, that was my first time I remember performing. I'm the performer, but I had already known about the Spaza because now, but at the time, when the performer, I could say, but I was well on my way of being what I am now. You know, quite a name within the Spaza.
Yeah.
Because I had released Axo Uphambene, which did phenomenal, and then I had released Uyibete, which just solidified in the way I'm up at Spaza. Everybody wanted to jump on that song, and then I think at the time I was working on the story of my life. So as much as that nigga perform me, but igama lam laliseli, thank you very much. Igama lam laliseli saziwa ngabantu ngabona abantu, but they just couldn't put a name to the face yet because is a ways of Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean, I call links and stuff like that.
I remember there was a couple of songs, one in particular, Khayelitsha, that people thought it manskap.
Yeah. Me too for the longest time.
For the longest time, people thought that. Yeah, people thought if you people thought it was Drumanskap, but it wasn't because Nyange, there were no Facebooks and all of that at the time. So yeah, you go Bluetooth and J. So who would you say were some of the key people abadlale a role in your Masibi's career? Especially during like Spaza is prominent.
I'm gonna say backyard, and just to single people out there because not all of them were part of Ichenium,
Yeah.
But I would say Mashonisa and Fundi played a pivotal role in the sense of Umasho. Yeah, he had the studio. I went there to record, but why in slogan of because it was never about a little talk recorder. Then I go, then I come collect the song. He would have input in the song. It would be like if you would do this and J. I think it would hit harder. About Yaktabisa now, he's involved. Pretty much producing, like literally producing a song now. That's why I hold him in such high regard as far as the career. He didn't write stuff for me. He still sold beats to me. I still paid him to record, but he was part
for
of
all the beats that you used, Zaki, you paid.
I paid. I
for
was paying
record.
for Rumasho from the start. I only started, but he would have this type of deals where he would say, if you were Klambi, you recorded and paid, for instance, for 10 songs, then he would say, I'll give you the next one for free.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then the next one after that shall be half a price or whatever. And then
okay.
Which is pretty normal. So I was always a customer. Even when people said I was backyard,
you were still paying.
I was still paying.
Really?
You know what I mean? I was still
even
paying.
Though you were Axo backyard on Facebook.
On God, I was still paying.
Why was that?
Because I've never said I was backyard.
You did on Facebook.
Wait,
backyard.
that came after. I never said I was backyard when I started. I was just Axo, but people just associated me with them because I only traveled with them.
Yeah.
And especially after La Ibete, because I recorded Ibete, And it abantu bayithanda so much la ngoma, the first one, ingeka release, so people that went to Masho to listen to it. So bayithanda, and then uFundi no Phoenix wanted to ride on Uyibet, and then the yila ngoma then eyabangela abantu ba associate ne backyard kakhulu.
And then that made you change your name too.
But yeah, but even igama nabo changed 2013 igama nabo changed 2012 2013.
At that time, did you guys sit down and decide to officially be backyard okanye?
No, it was when I was working on Uaslingane, and at the time I wasn't paying Nakon. It wasn't a sit down.
Okay.
But okay, look, I was patala, you know.
Yeah.
Omasho would be like, what do you want to do next? You know, what is your next single? And then I was like, I'm thinking of doing Omiti Aslingane, man, because there's a lot of niggas that think we're on the same level of which we're not. You know what I mean? In so many levels.
Yeah.
Like we can talk about it, my nigga. We're not on the same level. You know? And I thought I was like, then the Marshals was like, okay, I'll see if I could do a beat for that. Then it went to that beat ngoma.
Yeah.
And then I think that was the first time in the beat, and then I could be mistaken. If he's listening to this, I'm mistaken.
He's gonna be watching.
Besides the Asia when he would say, if you've paid so much, then this one is free. And,
Besides that.
But then I think that was the first time I didn't pay for a beat. I'm trying to think so hard. Yeah, Aslingane.
Yeah.
And then after that, we worked on Enyingoma, no Marsha 80. We don't care. But it was never released. It was going to be fire. Ain't him, no Marsha, no Phoenix, so that was going to be on that song. That was never released as well. We worked on a third one, so all those 3 beats, I never paid for them. But in all honesty, the other 2 weren't mine. They were ours.
Okay.
And I was going to be on there. No Marsha was on there. No Phoenix was on there. So I can't claim I need one hipper.
Yeah.
Because they want mine. Sassis was write a song. But Aslingane, that was mine.
Yeah.
And when you given the recordings, we just recorded it. And just as that relationship, and then this whole thing, with the fin just happened, and then just
whole thing with the fin. What do you mean? What do you mean? Now, I thought we were talking about how you got to be Axo backyard. The whole thing with the picture.
Yeah, I don't know. When that was starting for me not paying for stuff, where Chinchikama Axo Uphambene backyard now, and then this whole thing with the Phoenix happened, and then which ruined everything.
Okay. Let's pin that. We'll come back to. Trust me, we'll come back. Let's pin it. Masiepa Ekteni, when would you say and where Apo ufumene khona fame yakho? When would you say this? That's when you started being stable at being Axo in the Spaza scene.
On the first song I ever recorded, and this what pisses people off. And I don't give a shit how people think or feel. Can I swear in the show?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. I don't give a shit how people feel.
Ahead.
But I'm not necessary feelings about it, dude. The first song I recorded Axo Uphambene July 2008, because I met Argo 2006.
But now, how can you say that? How can you say the very first song you did, Yes Spaza, put you on the map? Because at that point in time, no one knows you. So, Mhlambe, don't you think they have a point?
Point in saying what?
In saying you so you
yeah. But that song put me on though. After that song though, that's you.
Then it was
After the song, that's you. The reason why people received.
But would you even go as far as saying that song got you the fame, Spaza?
Yeah, that song got me the fame, Spaza, because I recorded the song, like I was saying, 2008 July. Uyibethe uzophuma ngo-November 2008. But ngokuphuma uyibethe mina besentaziwe besekuthiwa Axo. I used to go to Masho with these shows asenziwa ngu I don't know like man, but the VOE tours. I would go to Masho and people would request for Axo. And at the time, that's so you could perform, and I already had one song. I've never performed, and then I performed. But people knew me at the time. Okay. When I recorded Uyibethe and I'm releasing Uyibethe, the reason why people received Uyibethe because they knew who's doing it.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, let's guys Uphambene," and then then by receiver well. So we Axo Uphambene that started it, but is that solidified my spot there. And the village and blow out.
So before you were Axo Uphambene, before you were Axo backyard, you were Axo Uphambene. So you literally just went back to your name after it doesn't get bad, right?
Yeah. Initially, nothing with AXO. I used to call myself AXO, right?
Okay.
Because Akolile AXO makes sense. And then Fundi Meve came in studios one time. Then you Axo Uphambene. Then he was like, AXO doesn't sit well with me. And then I was like, nah, it kind of sits well with me, and that's all that matters, hey. And then he was like,
I was gonna say, why would you give a damn?
yeah, bro. Who's this nigga try dreads up? Or I'm apply up. And then he was like, no, man, you should try change like accent pronounces how they pronounce, for instance, xenophobia and stuff like that, and be like AXO. And then I was like, oh, cool, I'll think about it. Then I went to sleep on it, and then I was like, yeah, he's got a point, okay. Instead of AXO, even the name AXO, it's fine. Then the bang with AXO. But now, because of the song Axo Uphambene, people then, they wouldn't say AXO, they would say Axo Uphambene because of that song. So that's where I decided to just call myself Axo Uphambene.
Okay.
And I have not released Uyibete, I have not released A Story of My Life at the time, none of those songs. Now, there would be people that was on my mail show, and then they would say, but it wasn't Uyibete, but it wasn't a story.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You know me because other people babe through Axo.
So it doesn't matter when you got on the train. The train was already moving.
True, exactly. Well put. Well put.
Let's go into beefs. My favorite. Let's go into beefs.
I thought of turning
Oh no. Don't worry. So now you said something about before Phoenix I No.
I said before the whole Phoenix situation
Yeah.
ruined everything. I'm watching Finn.
Okay, sure. So what happened?
Yeah, I know.
And when I know beefs, actually, you're not. I'll with beefs. I know that you've beefed with Udha, you've beefed with Ukidio, you've beefed with Phoenix, you've beefed with Mashonisa. I could go on. And some. I let me just say this to you. I once thought this has to be a strategy of some sort. This has to be like, one of those PR type of moves.
Yeah.
Were they all real?
Before independent law, I just want to clarify. Omasho, I never really had anything with Omasho. I'll get into details on that.
You better.
But I never had beef with Omasho. Even the songs, the diss tracks that I released for people, there would be lines or messages within the songs that clearly say, but I don't got no problems with Omasho. It's actually the other niggas that I have issues with. You know what I mean? It was just an unfortunate that Omasho at the time of Eza beef, he took sides. He took sides, and why Khayelitsha that he thought Lali grand for at the time, of which I didn't think Bali grand.
Yeah,
which that's
it didn't
what
sit well with you. How he
exactly.
Okay.
That's what ends about. Didn't be grand with all of them, but I didn't have anything with Marshall. Even when I used to diss everyone, I never sent a single diss towards Marshall. Instead, I dropped a song praising the dude called Mashonisa. I missed all the diss tracks. I released them on to
Mashonisa. Was it released during the time your beef?
It was after the beefs.
Oh, okay.
I would say I missed the shit. I was with somebody then I was matter of fact, let me just clarify a couple of stuff that release along. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I never really had a beef with the Marshall, but I had differences with everybody else. Because they do not deserve a time on my watch. On my watch.
We don't mind the airtime. We are buying today. Don't worry. We are buying the airtime. See, now we just want the tea. We have one. What in the only Phoenix to more shizindo that we're going so great with you and Backyard.
Again, Phoenix and for emotions.
Oh my God.
What I mean?
You know what I mean, dude?
The situation got Phoenix between me and Phoenix that ruined everything. What happened is I don't know if I'm going to get details or just
details. We got days.
So what happens is I slept with 3 of Phoenix's girlfriends, right?
Woo!
But They want like or fast because we all know what.
Oh, okay. Let's clarify. Being in 560.
No, it wasn't no 560 because at the time Phoenix went on 560. Why?
Because I was gonna say, but there was even a song 560 at the time, so you're not talking about that.
Yeah. And all due respect, no must name manga, but we are mad at 560 Phoenix at the time.
Yes.
Why no 560 work with Phoenix? So this one time, because like I said, Marshall started, making beats for me. I started working with the niggas. So sometimes about close to thing. So he would call and be like, yo, what are you doing? Because my nancy in the mode at the time.
Yeah.
Like when Zandoni, Masambi, say go McDonald's. So if I was telling Libera, somebody too sick and tell an 800 like yo, sick. And then he was always a cool company, man. Yes, like with Phoenix, So
I love that guy.
everything.
I love you, my nigga.
Everything was just fine, man. And then we came along the bank and tradition about 2 that was slogan Samba Guzo.
Yeah.
Then we got booked this one time, a Platinum Lounge, if you remember.
Yes,
they used to
I
show
remember
the Platinum Lounge.
yeah.
We went there. Homie said he's hungry. He's got this girl, Khayelitsha beauty, Khayelitsha rather, Fundi beauty. So Masoki apa umvubo, I'm not to pick on vubo. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah, my nigga. Fuck all this gay spitting, so I'm Masoki umvubo. I'm sepsuk. Then see apa. Let's figure out Nana, I got umvubo, pa at the KFC. And then on our way to KFC, I'm not Urbambele Galuniam. I'm like, no, I'm you uyeka oyake. I don't know how girls do stuff, man. But I didn't read anything into that. We walked to
But
KFC.
you walk on 3 at this point.
Yeah, Phoenix Town is here.
And I go fine.
No, it's not funny.
Whatever.
Okay, exactly.
Okay.
See, KFC is good to okay. So the girl sends me an inbox. I didn't even know about she knows my name. She sends me inbox to Facebook. She was like, it was nice seeing me. She would like to see me again. The children of Phoenix same time, but say Fin, like Cherako, nothing in box. I found in. And then nobody says it together. When I'm seeing the screenshots or whatever, I screen grab at the time because I remember none the click beer. Sorry, and then Phoenix Ati, I am none about. We have found a better go. Like we have found a nana is fair, nana better go. You will post myself and little nana magaza the following day. She comes through, break her back, and then I vie. And then what I'm doing is I take a video. I used to like taking videos of the ocean and of the whole thing.
Of you smashing?
Yeah, of me smashing.
So literally like a sex tape?
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
So I take a sex tape with this girl. Then the one's Phoenix, I'm not on a mood and stuff like that. You know how boys are. Obviously, I'm not the same person, but this was years back.
If you say so.
This was years back. So
you don't have a sex tape, Mook? Yeah, go back 2020, 2021.
I want to call it sex tape.
Okay, let's continue.
Anywho, then Nimbona Sophie no feel like everything is nice.
Yeah.
I can't do it wrong.
Yeah, he's good with it.
Yeah, he's cool. And then we go, that girl was called Yonel.
Are we name dropping? Okay.
I know I already name dropped them, man. It's too late now. It's too late now.
It's okay.
I dropped their names on songs. It's too late. And then we go to it down again, no fin. Now, see, as Pukwanga, Ufin Ucho Silapik up. I mean, Lapik up. Ucho Silapik up. Siba, except Woman by two, but sit down, but sit clap in, Masepa, one is mine. I'm young wako, we're gonna be cool, we're gonna smash and shit. I'm like, yeah, dude. I ain't got nothing to do. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's here down. I think we to a space bar.
Yeah.
So
I remember
this one girl, look, I think we had like it's way, man. This is Will Smith type of hairstyle, mohawk. No, what's going on? Goth footing, Genghis Gals, all that type of weird shit, She had that, but she was freaking fucked though. And then my friend fat ass. Koyaki, Koyaki. But boy, she had a fat ass though. And then enjoy excel and sell him na Loga Phoenix is the one with the hair.
Yeah.
I try this other thing. I think we'll try vape.
Yeah.
A cigarette, but I didn't know what it was at the time. Just go down. I try and then I blew up on swing. Felix
Yeah.
I bet you I know blow up him. I feel no level. I'm not swinging the volume. I saw the upload. So, yeah, Pamela Phoenix, at least steps are good to get. Him for them, I'm like, except Phoenix, yeah, but Phoenix, I call it against and stuff like that. And he apologized. I'm like, but no, dude, I apologize. So good to, I got you good to see this about two up. Zwagala, Zoctarabe ringing is good to get one friends nice school. There's a taxi. I call it takes a via, the good against a meeting.
Yeah. We are putting
now. Go to Sabana. And this is a yeah.
Okay.
The following morning, the food and the opening society. Like, yes,
so nothing happened with you in this.
No, nothing happened. Okay. I mean, on my dad, nothing happening. I mean,
okay.
Because I was like, we finished a tiny way, and then I'm not gonna do it. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
Fully with
Pro
the
code, yeah.
So I'm fully with being if I'm doing anything, I'm doing with the goth check and finish our phone.
Yeah.
The following morning, you was feeling game. I'll be like, except no man, apologies for the interviews all. You know, I should have done that. Then I'm feeling I could get and did you know, you didn't do anything with them. It na low big votel around saying at a week. Jani for no year saying votel.
What?
I'll be like, Agalo fake too, you didn't like it at time, so about weekends is fair basically. Did Agalo maniga I can like the other people like I can, you know, if
can
ever
go back.
You know, they don't just like, nah, this cool nigga do you. Yo,
so you smash again.
Vutulule again.
Second cheek now.
Yeah, the second one. This one, ironically, they come like in your nail.
Nah,
yeah.
Okay.
But the difference is that this one, and for bizarre, your nail is something low.
Yeah, no, yeah, let's not say. Yeah, let's not say.
Your nail is something that the second one.
Yeah.
But when you nail by two, and then I didn't take a video of her, but in Phoenix, she was freaking dude. She had a laptop full of porn and stuff. Lamnana whips, chains, cuffs.
50 Shades.
Yeah. Lamnana was freaky. I was like, yo, Feno Neti, this all is freaky and shit.
You're like with Neti.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
the third one came over. There was this other girl, I'm fully. I think you might know her, you know. So when's the show, pa? So I think she was gonna pay the rappers. So Nama was one of the rappers she was gonna pay, and then she was messing with the Phoenix at the time. I know this girl for sure because when we went to the show, she wore white clothes in the Phoenix through the entire show. You know what I mean? So as a show again, she inboxed me, so the phone went the interview. She worked with this other online magazine. She wants to do an interview with me. Then I'm like, so here's the interview. Then she's like, what's up? And a student, like, it's student some sikwam, like
in my room.
Yeah, you know what I mean? She was like, that's fine. I'm like, but Phoenix, yeah. Then I hit Phoenix up. I'm like, when I meet your show, stop with her. She wants to come do an interview here. We both know that's bullshit. And then I just Phoenix, it's just family, you know.
Again, you got the permission, you smash.
She comes through, break her back out, I blow her back out, and I take videos still.
Again?
Yeah, then bonus of Phoenix, not just videos. Phoenix, you know how
yeah, boys being boys.
And this one way, our homie doesn't like him, as slightly well with him. You know
okay.
What I mean? Of which now, if for instance, if someone would want a girl clamby that I'm flirting with or clam that I'm with, and Nandi the feelings attached, I would be like, homie.
Don't do it. But Ntshwanti, don't you think it was okay for you to go ahead and smash, but now showing the videos, don't you think that's where the hurt came in? Because it's like now,
maybe that's what caused it.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, that's the first time I'm the Bonalay perspective, Malay perspective. Maybe that was one of the reasons why.
But he never said.
He never said anything. Yeah. And at the time, he used to show me Zaki videos doing his stuff.
Oh my God! So this thing of you guys making sex tapes was a thing. But you're showing her, we're showing him of his girls. That's the difference. But like, wait, let's go into the sex tape thing a bit. So this sex tape thing was a thing, Jay. It's what you guys did.
Dude, everybody did it at the time.
What do you mean everybody? At the time, your Spaza, who else in the Spaza did
everyone had videos, smashing, everyone.
You don't want to name drop. Who else did sex tape?
I ain't trying to put no one on blast, but people did, man.
Let me think of people that were your friends. Bundu from DSO, did he do?
Had tapes, had fucking albums.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no Bongs because they're both your friends.
Nah, Bonks wasn't like that. Amandamazana. Bonks has always been about the craft. You know, he wasn't. Amandamazana with the Bonks, you know, they there. They there. You know, they there, you know.
I can't.
Yeah. But he gets them. You know,
I
he
can't.
gets them, but, you know, there's levels with everything. Yeah.
Asligan.
Yeah, you know, yeah,
I love
but
that.
no,
Okay.
not with the Bonks.
So that was the beef here on Phoenix. What about the other beefs? So you had beef no Kirio, you had beef no La, you had beef with. How do you always end up not being good with people?
Kaloku-
Yakwazi umlomo wakho unje, but is that the
But no. Umlomo kunje, umlomo, like the difference between me and people wanna bazuyithanda into and then go be like,
when I just
Niggas
say
uyithanda into, I'll be like, nah, nigga, that's bullshit though. You know what I mean? That's the difference between me. So Phoenix, Phoenix, so I tell Masho, you know, he was like, Masho, this guy is doing this and this and this and this, you know.
yeah.
What I didn't like about that whole situation was how Masho handled it, you know. But we talked about this no Masho now. We had
Only now.
Yeah, about 2 months back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we
So
had
this entire time when I know Masho Bening you're right because
we didn't speak with that nigga since 2013.
oh my god.
Someone says 2022. Imagine.
Jeez, man. Even after death, Suga, what's the guy?
Look, at the time of the deaths, we were still cool. Because no matter the past around 2012, 2013.
Oh,
now.
so
At the time we were cool. Yeah, at the time we were cool. Put a
No,
pin
do you
on,
know
put
why
a
I'm
pin on
saying-
those deaths?
Do you know?
Put
Yeah,
something- I
yeah. I'm
wanna say
putting a
something
pin there.
about that.
Do you know why I'm raising that? But Zanganitete even after, because I'm thinking after that, both of you guys, when Anomasho lost out on brothers, one would think that nizofuna squash anything that could, yabon, I don't know, but that's how I see death. Like I get scared about who else is gonna die, surrounding yam, and also fasinjan loom. Do you want? Like yeah, that's why I'm raising that. But even after the deaths,
All of that happened after.
Okay.
All of that happened after. Because during this whole situation,
So what was the take Kamasho in all of this when you guys talked?
Well, basically, long story short,
Yeah.
me and him, we acknowledged that I thought and then and then so reactor through you know. Nah,
So it's
this
not
was
like
my
by you
perspective.
guys spoke then.
No, we didn't. And I was like, okay,
okay.
kwabo Masho art, then this means Masho te. You know, Masho was like, kwaba Azo art, this means Azo te. You know what I mean? Then it was like, you know, like, okay, fuck it, you know.
Okay.
But when we spoke, you know, that's the gist of the interaction was Zanga si boneng ehlobeli one, and people reacted ehlobo iboneng ngalo, and that's
Okay.
it, you know. So squash again. Like 2 months, I forgot 2 3 months, could 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
But I do want to say, it was Marsha that reached out.
Okay.
It wasn't me. Or Marsha that gave me a call. He was like, dude, Slele Panty. You know, he older brothered me. You know what I mean? As he's always been the
Yeah.
older brother. You know, he was like, nah, nigga, we need to speak. I said it, and a lot has happened since.
Yeah.
You know, we need to.
Do you think when Nano Phoenix would ever get to that point?
Here's the thing, Nano Phoenix, we sort of squashed things long before me and Marsha squashed things.
Okay.
That's what I always said. Food was like the person that I had issues with. I'm
You're
cool
good
with
with,
Sateta. Nah, yeah. But I'm taking on Marsha and taking on Kidio, which was like, what? I ain't getting it down, my niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh.
So
because they inherited shit.
how are things with you and Phoenix today?
No, we're cool. We're cool with Phoenix. But I
Okay.
would say I'm like the cooler with Marsha than I am with Phoenix.
Okay.
For instance, I could go to Marsha, like,
Okay.
yeah, what up, what you doing? But it's like Phoenix, you know what I mean? That whole situation kind of ruined the friendship thing.
Why are you
of
changing
Phoenix.
Jalan Zoyak Phoenix?
No, because the whole situation kind of ruined the friendship thing of Phoenix.
Okay.
You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean?
Okay.
But we're in good terms in the sense about, you know, if we see each other, like, yo, Finn, yeah, yo, what up? Yeah, we're cool,
okay.
Show 'em for it too.
Ukido, how did he?
Okay, Rihanna. Watch Khayelitsha, and he was like, you know what, Gubani on a pass, and then at the time it was me. Then he was like, I'm gonna shit on him, you know what I mean? Because I'm not much attacking anyway. So it was convenience for Kidio. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and using that
It was convenient for him to cheat on you.
yeah, at the time.
Why?
Because of a child take kid, nobody gave a shit. Ever since this this dome, it's like this I got repanals.
Yeah.
Like this dome, like repanals. Nobody gave a shit about kid and was in Zayo at the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like for him, he needed uba relevant, and then he was like uba not relevant.
Spaza.
Yeah, Spaza. We seen uba not relevant. You know what I mean? And then he abandoned him. You know what I mean? Because at the time, we like yeah, abandoned him always this past be relevant. Almost every flipping year, I would release a mama every year that is going to spark some sort of propaganda. You know. And that's facts. That's facts. That's not even. That's facts. Oh, nobody gave a shit about anything. I just part of Sextapes that dropped remote control and sparked everything. Bring life to this shit. And I just part of Sextapes. I dropped away Cape Game, brought life to everything.
Okay.
I just part of Sextapes. Dropped to my Caesar, brought life to everything. Every time I just part of Sextapes, who's the one who comes here and ends anything and then isn't was okay. I'm telling you, I'm going to drop it up. I
was going to say, you're about to drop now, so
once I drop that shit, was a boy about the team. Here is Spaza. Because who's the god of this shit, man?
I was going to say, you're about to drop go. So Kesbon. And then it beef yako with Ntshwanti. How did that happen? Ntshwanti is not a beef type of person, I think.
I wouldn't call it where I'm not Ntshwanti is beef.
Mm-hmm.
I would call it a misunderstanding. Or maybe for a lack of a better word, maybe I'll think of a better word throughout this interview.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because we told let's start here. When Argo passed, now this is what I want niggas to know. Like, it doesn't matter uba wena undown spectrum. Let's say it doesn't matter when ulapha.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know this is niggas lap. Niggas lap because you're the only one that's here. So it gets lonely there. You need to mingle with this niggas lap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know these niggas. I can't come that never knew about Argo passed.
Yeah.
Passed on. And I remember me having this conversation about Argo's passing.
No,
yeah. And then now fast forward to another 2020 when he did that nonsense. What comes to you William or keep posting but publicly and I hate the fact but when he explained a little bit because he's gonna know about why I dropped that song, but I didn't want him to know about why I dropped the song because he needed to use him on the about and why did I drop that song? You know what I mean?
Do it for us, man.
I hate the fact that but it's cool. And then he comes on this public platform. Uzonbuza about Argo and he's like, and I said, like, why Argo? Like, what you mean, dude? Why Argo? You know what I mean? And passing Argo is really close to my heart.
I was gonna say,
you know what I mean? That's really close to my heart. You know, I really fuck with home.
You lost out, yeah.
Yeah, I really fuck with home. When my dad passed, the light or you know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like when people, you know, they try.
Because I remember when he was in trouble with the law, Ebanj, you were the one who would. Because I remember this one time I bumped into him at taxi near Situ Vele Court, and he started talking to me about you. How you helped him through this entire thing. Dude. And how he thought that had his back but he started talking. I never told you this, but
we're cool. We were cool, you know. And this is why now it's just hard for me to just sit on the sidelines and watch people. So you were pissed off because he was talking about Opo Argo when you knew about. That's what pissed me off. But we have about Opo or like. First of all, he's probably heard something. You also on Argo. Now, first of all, I got to accept it. Yeah. I mean, Argo.
And like I guys go on a private doors.
What's been now publicly. That's why you wall or you posted it. And I posted in box about this way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't like that. And that's what sparked Yongeli way. You know what I mean? And Yeah, Poof, yeah, that's what sparked the whole
I
thing.
feel
for me.
like yes.
No, I was gonna say before that, I'm disappointed in that because before they decided to cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We were even working on doing a song together. Pro X, you know what I mean? We're going to do a song. It was called Remix Up Blessings.
Okay.
I already spoken to him. We're committed to the thing, and then for him, relationship is grand. For him to just pull up Goku and stand I don't appreciate that. You know what I mean? And sorry. And the thing with me was the way we end
publicly,
you know what I mean? So let me address it publicly, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Let me address it publicly.
Tats for tats.
You know what I mean? Let me drop a song, you know. Let me drop a song, you know, in the address way. But matter of fact, I wasn't addressing what he did in the song, you know what I mean? It was a diss song. It was just diss song.
No, it was a diss song.
Yeah, like,
people thought you were coming for him, a point kid trying to be relevant because he was on another steez.
Now, Apo, what I would ask people was, with 2020, like, it be relevant in what sense more than me? Less is out. I wanted to come to ride on his wave. You know what I mean? This is what I would ask to people. But okay, Udla, he's on a different tier to me, you know, based on
3 months cap,
3 months cap, you know,
Success,
accolades, accolades, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they were there, you know, in that OG thing as well, you know, they're different tier from me. But if it's 2020, you know, that I wanted to ride, that was on during 2020, you know, was like, make a TV every week. I wanted a piece of that. Like what? Make interviews. Is it radio and all? Like, you know, let me write it. Nothing. Ula just did what he wasn't supposed to do, and then I addressed it.
Would you have handled that the same way had it been someone else?
Yeah, I would.
Even someone lower tier than you?
Nah, I wouldn't have.
Why is that?
I wouldn't have, because now I've always been mindful of giving people the attention that they don't deserve. Because if they deserved the attention, they would be Litha and Kuyo. They would have gotten themselves to where I'm at.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that deserved it because?
All that deserved it because, like I said, now how I view Spaza is this.
Yeah.
There's our band balapha kule room there.
Yeah.
And then khona bangaphandle kule room.
Okay.
Right? And then our band balapha kule room the levels, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lupa.
Yeah.
Kuba abantu bengekho kule room. We can even get to the bar. Zindoni ziba ndihlanga bekho kule room. For instance, if you see because one of my first lines that district at Landiti, I came for Udla because Udla is a figure, you know. And then I said, I can accept it from his light, but not from heavyweights, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By his light, I mean everyone else, including Chino. You know what I mean? Now, why didn't I respond to Al Pacino? Because he also said shit about Argo.
Yeah.
Because Al Pacino was in
No,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's.
Al Pacino, like, we here. You know, I can tell you why in the city I'm here.
So then,
I'm in the house with the Pizzo, with the Marshall, with the Kiyo, with the Trimascap, with I'm here.
Yeah.
Al Pacino is not here.
So then you can't really you did that kudla because of relevance, because it's relevance most.
No,
even though aguna specific thing happening okanye ayenzayo ecaba urider on kuyo, but okusalayo ungudla from 3 months cap, so usendlini.
Let's let's just go to the analogy real quick.
Okay.
There's it's what's in Dala, there's what's in Ngangam, then there's a light.
Okay.
A light in Khayelitsha, and it's better because it's overkill. Okay. I'm not going to engage in this fight because it's overkill. Yeah. It's what's in Ngangam in Khayelitsha. I'll decide I'm engage in the fight or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm engage because I might lose Ngangam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or all of that stuff. And I'm just Julie Chat. You know what I mean? Now, Udla. So Udla. So for him, for Udla, for Azon, you know what I mean? No, nigga, like I will. You know, I will.
So I respect the Pudbako.
And I would want to show him, but I came for him because I knew Band is a winner. No, I prayed that he respond. I pray that he can even respond. I hope he listens to this interview and respond to the song.
Yeah.
The songs you don't respond to.
You think about this track?
It's called In Philly for the Night. In Philly for the Night. I hope a nigga respond to that song.
The song I couldn't play on radio.
I hope a nigga responds to that song.
Oops. Did
you try to play it?
I almost did. I had to cut it off.
I know. I hope the nigga respond. I knew going in. Now I was like, okay, from now on, the thing is about if fight Yamagama, you know, he's gonna drop a song.
So
I dropped the Monster song.
Yeah.
And when I dropped the song, I was like, he's not gonna respond to that. He did respond to and I'm being Vegeta or what. He did respond to those niggas. You know what I mean? But he didn't respond to my shit.
Now, essentially.
He would have to explain to me, but how is Obongs, no Buntu, no Vegeta, Basindlin, and then Bindi Punk? He would have to.
Yeah.
He would have to explain that, because if this is so album now, I'll be like, how am I not in the house if Obongs no Buntu were begging me to for features babangene kuyibethe so that be relevant.
Yeah.
So they wanted to be relevant because of my song.
Yeah, right on your
And
way.
how am I not in the house in that case? And even if Siteta about a hit now, we can go through a catalog of Abandu that he would say Abandu we just mentioned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And put my catalog on. It's not going to be a match. You know what I mean? How am I not in the house?
Ooh.
Like, I do know that likes to talk about facts. I'll tell you why Wapachino is not in the house.
Why?
Wapachino is long on me. And there's a performance. People never raved about that song. You know, all Eastern Cape me so I mean so strato and Wapachino to hey lang on my yako. People stop me to take pictures with me. Okay. How am I not in the house?
Okay, got you.
So you niggas would have to substantiate.
Get the fuck out of here, basically.
How am I not in the house? The reason why is because Udla's in the house and I'm in the house. That's why he deserved that shit. And then I'm not gonna give him any time because they're not in the house. Even as them niggas is not in the house. That's the reason why I've never. Nobody don't like this house is in my head. Well, in my head, okay, you're not in the house, my nigga.
Okay, now let's talk groupies a bit. Just a bit. So, within Spaza came fame. People got to know you guys. People would scream for you guys. People would inbox you guys. People would want to come visit you guys. And those people would be girls. And some of them would even want to ride with you because you are Axo. Yeah, but at the time you are Axo Backyard or Axo Uphambene, whatever you want to call yourself these days. So, how many did you smash? Quick groupie.
Yeah, what kind of question is that?
A lot.
What kind of question is that? Yeah, you know.
Did you get groupies being Axo Uphambene in the Spaza doors?
Dude, who doesn't? I mean, like, it doesn't even matter if about even if we are Zoba, you know, there's going to be people that like you for your status. You know?
Pro X called it appreciation.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. There's gonna be people that like you for, you know, for your status because of whatever you do. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, but Urasta look is
yeah.
There's probably call him a sister on your Rasta show. I'll sit on his face. I'll sit on his face. Because you know he's.
Do you know why I bring up the question your group is ne?
Yeah.
It's because I know it was a big thing. Like, hey, I know Pro X did a song Futi 80 Cheritandi hip hop. So there was a big thing
Mama had a
about.
song that so Biza when a group.
Yeah, now Vegeta and Madness also did a song dedicated to that type of Fisties party group because ladies started to feel some type of way about Nibizo Bani group because some of us, like myself, we were in the.
I mentioned Vegeta again in the interview.
We were in the another
interview.
beef. Okay.
This is my interview.
Anywho,
Fun
but so we would like the way ladies are city. Why are you talking? Why are you saying that ladies as Spaza are all groupies? Because abanye bethu were here to work. Yeah, but so there were abanye abazayo kuni in terms of mhlawumbe ufuna sekufuna ukwenza ingoma nawe. Like for instance, you worked with Umel J, one of abanye ezinye girls in Zaziyo that worked a lot ki Spaza ne Spaza artist. So some of these girls didn't want to, or they were not groupies, right? So that's why in the Buzba, how many did you smash? And that's why like I speak about.
How do you know if they didn't want to?
They did.
No, how do you know that they didn't want to?
Because they did songs with you, so they
So
they just
someone that
wanted
does
to
a song
work.
with me doesn't want to have some of this.
I would assume.
Nah, I wouldn't assume not. There's no way you can know just because now they don't want to, to have a taste of what everybody else is having a taste.
So that's
of.
how is that how you would actually get to smash groupies? Aban Baza is.
There's a considerable amount of females.
Let's call them that.
Yeah. There's a considerable amount of females that I've been with hip hop that came before, like for Isizat. Like I said, Lucas Phoenix Oiwan wanted to do an interview.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she did interview.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she was on the mic.
Yeah, you know, she did that.
No, she wanted to do an interview.
I mean, the actual interview, did it happen?
No, fuck no. But yeah, so for instance, now she came and wanted to do an interview, and then we had a different type of interview. You know what I mean? So a lot of them, they would come ngeziza but
Okay.
they had ulterior motives, which was to have a taste of what Uzandile had. To taste what, because but the play by mouth. I this happened, this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Futi, it's not like not all of them were like that. Some of them, look, if I like you, just because Umshe with his dreads and false locks, whatever you want to call this, it doesn't mean they group A false locks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're part of you. They turned away. Abanye bona, they weren't really even grouping. They just were normal people that were interested in us.
That really
but
appreciated.
Tina, we grouped them for a lot of reasons. For instance, at the time I had my stable girlfriend. I had a main chick at the time. So I had no time for anyone else. Everybody just gets the D and then they move it.
Okay. So literally, Abanye, you grouped them because you didn't have time for them.
Yeah, but the whole approach wasn't that shame, Bona. They were sincere. And they had reasons,
So, dude, what happened to Spaza? Would you say it died?
No. The album was called Adapt or Die.
Okay,
That
I
was my
remember
first
that.
album. Yeah. There's a reason why I called that album that. Anything that fails to adapt, it dies. So, Spaza, I'll ask you this question, and it's not to box anyone in anything, but would you say Upravagin Spaza?
Yeah, Bon.
Would you say against Spaza?
I would say he's doing his spasm.
And I would ask even the other girls, I forgot their name, I'm not in tune in the scene, but there's quite a number
or Alpha, or D-Cola.
Yeah. Would you say I've been to Spaza? You know what I mean? And that question, the question I'd say, no, I've been to Spaza. You know what I mean? And it would be a valid answer. I'm like, okay, I've been to Spaza. Tell me, Bona, they would have their explanation why better I've been to Spaza. And I would respect that. You know what I mean? My perspective of it is Ben Spaza, all of them Ben Spaza.
I remember even Ubundu said he was not doing Spaza, which was very confusing for me.
Yeah, even no bongs, but I've been Spaza, but Spaza is dead. Like my nigga, and then that's another thing that made me ban like bongs. But I'm a nigga, you need to shut your trap when because you went out of your way to say I went to Spaza. And then now you're the first one to say Spaza's feeling. When stick to what's alive, if Lebuyan's with you alive, stick to
Then,
that.
yeah,
That's
let's see it
what
work.
my thing about it. Yeah, that's why, because I even released a diss track for Bongs as well.
Oh my God.
Because I'm like, nah, le nigga, my way yenza ila ngendawo isiphaza. You know what I mean?
I wanna like I just wish we had more time. So who's back? Guess the biggest track that you've done in your life.
Yeah,
But now, would you say that Spaza? Would you say there's a specific reason that it went literally? Because there was a very high doors in Spaza. There was the all in there was this. There was literally an industry. Spaza.
Yeah.
And then it just went quiet. Do you think there's a specific reason to
People grew, Faith. So people grew. People became old. People started families. People started working. And if ever our business Spaza, they could feed their families through Spaza, then this guy's bala in the conversation.
Okay. What happened to Spaza?
What happened to Spaza? And all of that, you know. The reason now people had to feed abantwana bamithisile bachatile all of that, and they need to benze zonke as endeavors outside of Spaza, because Spaza is not bringing enough money, or it's not even bringing any money at all in such instances. So when that happened, it then took away ababantu besime ngabo Spaza, you know, abantu besime ngabo, it took them away. But now bakhona aba abancinci basabaselekayo Spaza, because as much as xa kuyeka thina umzekelo, we're not there to stopped releasing ingoma no retakes bangazirelease all ingoma. There was us, you know what I mean? No, so omnye umuntu would say then iphike ngoku like way baphe abanye othina abangoku. Then my answer there would be, oh bravo man, but abazokwenza lento senzayo, everything that doesn't adapt it dies. If you ask bravo being bani who influenced him, he would probably mention a lot of Spaza cats. If we would ask Tikawula, he'd probably mention a lot of Spaza cats. Matter of fact, she even mentioned China. We interview with Biosleeker. She even mentioned China. You know, so a lot of this new school rappers
are taking from what you guys left off.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So by inspiration is Spaza, but now they're doing it. They knowing what's on, what's flying. It's this is what's on now. You know what I mean? So in that sense, I wouldn't say no what's a feel Spaza. Spaza is still here. I mean, look at what Prof is doing. Look at Utika Wula for the
they are actually
why is it a feeling? I mean, funa so like releases
it's because they are not owning it. Babiza benzi Spaza, benzi trap tonto, they want babiza something else. It's that. So it's like people are wanting to move away from Spaza and but wanna benza something different.
It's cool. People can name it, can call it whatever know they want to call it. But at the end of the day, it's Ileno Niteta, you know. You Fundi was inspired by something, and Nangoku is doing Yona, but now in a different way. Then we can say about Senzalando. But it's fine, but it says Spaza, it's just another form of it. We take that route. But it says Spaza. Because if I would have a conversation about it, then what makes it unspaza? Like Bravo or whoever. You don't know buying a Spaza. Because it's also rapping in English.
Exactly,
true.
True.
Rapping in Spaza and they do it. What unspazas it? Even we were cranking, but we were still calling it Spaza.
True.
You know what I mean? So I just feel like because times is changing, even as America, like the hip hop, you branch out to this thing called trap now, for instance. So this is whatever they're doing is another branch of what
you guys did.
So I wouldn't say
I take that
in any shape or form. You know what I mean?
take that.
I wouldn't say that.
Awesome. We are towards the end. In fact, I just want to ask you just simple two more simple questions. My producer is gonna kill me. In 10 minutes. But I need to. Who are your 5 favorites from Ikweyakwe era and maybe even before, if you remember, Quiz Paz? Top 5.
It's gonna be T.O.P., Kidio, Fundi Meve, Umasho, Argo. Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised that Ukidio is there.
Yeah. There's the thing with me when I Fundi.
Yeah.
Producers gonna kill you. But with me is I've never lied in any of the songs that I've done. I've never said do work.
Yeah.
I never said you can't rap. I've never said anything that I don't believe. But when they've said I can't rap, they've said I'm work, which are all lies. I mean, I've always dissed them with facts. Even if you go to that I did with that. Those are facts. I'm just making punchlines from facts.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, when I gold teeth, I'm saying is mine and punch. You know what I mean? I'm saying something
that you
but I'm just making a punchline. You know, so I'm not. I say facts. So I include Kidio part because he is the best to ever do it. He's number one in the list.
Wow.
He's the best to ever do it in the talent, in the pure talent.
True.
You know what I mean? The fact that I don't like him, we're not cool. Or
doesn't
whatever,
take away
doesn't
from
take
what.
away about him. But no, he's really dope. You know, but if he wants to go, we can go. You know what I mean? That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. You know.
So what are you up to now?
Well, I'm working on an album now. It's coming this winter, so that could be May, June, July, which the latest will be July. But most of the songs are done, almost all of them. I think Shaking Omazi 2 now Zipali shouldn't just record. The album, Yona, Nizame as much as I can without being out of fashion. But for uku sticker to Obabu Spaza. So, like what people can say is part of way, you know. I tried to ban the CC Papa, obviously this modernizing the
also
sound
adapting
bit, you know?
to what's happening now.
Modernize the sound a bit.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on. The album is called Tabi Sombolin, Argo because I felt like
is it in his honor, the album?
Yeah. But there are 13 lying on the album.
Okay.
I don't even remember. Oh yeah, that I mentioned him.
Okay.
It's not about him. The album is not about him, but you know, it's in his honor, like you said. You know, I'm dedicating it to him, about to his legacy. I'm calling it Agomboleni. I think it was going to have about 12 tracks. It's really hard to say up until you say because a producer will let it beat like, oh, okay, what are we gonna do now?
And then we add.
Yeah.
Did you work with anyone album, like any features?
Yeah, I did. We production, like beats. I've worked with Umsai. I worked a lot with producer Naftako. Who else did I work with?
No, Marshall.
No, unfortunately, basically I became cool with the Marshall when I was collecting beats for that. Since I was cool after.
Okay,
so you know, that would have been cool.
He can still throw a beat now. I mean, I got almost.
Yeah, he could, you know, but I don't know, man, you know.
Marshall?
I don't know, he could. You know,
do the things.
He could. Then about artists I've worked with, Madness is there.
Okay.
Who else can in there? Snap. Litha is there. Yeah, Litha is there. And I've worked with a lot of unknown singers.
Wow.
You know, so
like
vocalists is by also tell Melchi Omazi or it's people that are not well known.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the buzz are known after I dropped that album. And this the first single of that album that I'm gonna drop. It's gonna be called Injongo. And I don't know if maybe when you guys are dropping a promo, Yalendo, I'll link maybe one of the chorus or whatever of that song so that a band can anticipate something. I don't know. But yeah, the first single is going to be called Injongo. And then I'll figure out what's going to be the second single. But I'm planning to shoot for almost every song in there because I have stuff to shoot. I don't have to mind the outsource or anything.
Awesome. And that's it. Unfortunately, I have to close it. I keep saying to my producer, we need to have a 3-hour session.
Especially when you have me in there.
You know, and somewhere with audience as well. I think
shit.
Because look, we also pinned that part where you wanted to talk about death, Yaga, Fanny Meve and Upora. So I mean that was gonna be anyway. We're gonna have to do it some other time. Right now we are signing out.
Part 2.
We are signing out. Thank you so much. Remember to subscribe and like our page. Hashtag what happened to Spaza, man.
Telling me now, telling me what I want up in the streets. Me live me life and me not stress.